Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Hey guys, time for the report for the 20th. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the fishing industry for well over 30 years, and I've done a lot in the fishing industry, designed lures, rods, and what I'm doing 2 reports a week, videos, and then I have a lot of guides that I've helped along the line that become very successful. I got a lot of friends that go out all the time. I go on the water 3 or 4 times a week as much as I can. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the videos together to help you out. Maybe if you watch some videos you can learn and actually start catching more fish or being more successful at it. But I'm doing these videos and I hope you watch them and enjoy them. And you bank anglers, I think I could really help you out on bank fishing. If you look back in my fun fishing days, I did a trout one up at one of the Sierra Lakes and caught a lot of fish. Right now, the bite is red hot for stripers on the bank. One of my cashiers, Natalie, she's been going 2 times, 3 times a week, and they've been catching limits. And she actually caught one over 30 inches the other night and released it. Shad, you could catch tons of shad off the bank. And I'll be doing these videos, so you know, if you do a lot of bank fishing, just pay attention, and I'll be putting up some bank videos here pretty soon. And also, even when you're in a boat, you can use all the tips and all the information that I give you to use in a boat or the bank, and you'll be very successful at catching fish. So right now, Natalie, my cashier, she's been catching a lot of stripers on jerk baits, and actually she caught a 30-inch and a 28-inch the other night on S-wavers at night. So it's very effective. You could catch a lot of fish, you know, from the bank doing these different techniques that I'm telling you about. So you guys that are fishing shad off the bank, there's probably your basic setup is to use a sliding sinker, and you're going to put like a 3/4 or 1 ounce egg sinker. You put it on your line first, you tie the barrel swivel, you give it about a 3-foot leader and tie a shad dart or a 1-inch chartreuse or pink grub. You just cast it out as far as you can and just real slow. And once you find, a lot of times I'll throw it straight out and then I'll let some line out and then retrieve it slow. But once you find how far to let it down to reel, because sometimes the shad are suspended, you'll catch a lot of them. You should get one almost every cast. So that season is coming and it's right around the corner, so it's happening. I would stay on the Sacramento River and probably where the confluence of the American or the Feather seems to be the best right now. So get out there and go after them shad. The sturgeon bite is, you can catch them from, they're doing really good out by Martinez, all the way up to Knight's Landing. A lot of oversized fish are being caught. The roe seems to be the best bait. If you could get eel, which is very hard to get, but the sturgeon bite is off the hook. So that's number 1. Number 2 is halibut. The halibut bite down the bay when weather permits has been on fire. A lot of undersized, but there's also a lot of decent sized fish. Jay Lopes was out this last week and he first trip out, put 15 halibut in the boat. And you'll see a couple of pictures he sent me, there are some pretty nice ones. So there's a lot of halibut in the system. When you can get out the gate, they're also catching a lot of king salmon right now. And there's no bait, so everybody's using tray. And they're trolling for the salmon. Tanner's been doing really well. He told me that he was out last week and they caught more fish using 2-pound balls versus a downrigger. It's just some days it's kind of funny like that. The downrigger hums or whatever and they don't seem to bite it. And they'll go after that, you know, the one with the 2-pound ball on it. But you got saltwater, you got 3. You got halibut, sturgeon, you got salmon outside the gate. Then locally, the striper fishing has been off the hook. We were out this morning, and as you'll see, we caught some nice fish today. There's a lot of females in the system, and you know, you shouldn't have any trouble going out there catching fish in that 5 to 20 pound range. A lot of guys are reporting to me that they're catching them in the Sacramento River, all the way to Knight's Landing, Tisdale, Colusa. They're all up and down the whole river system. Guys are coming in the shop telling me they're catching a ton of them out here in Rio Vista, trolling 3/4 ounce rattle traps. Chrome and blue's been the one I've been watching them all by, and then shallow running Yozuris. And they said once in a while when there's too much boat traffic, they had to go to the deep diving lures that'll go down about 15-20 feet. The deep divers, you want to put them out about 80 feet. The rattle traps and the shallow runners, run them 100, 120 feet behind the boat, and you should stay in that 6 to 8 feet of water. And then up there at Knight's Landing and above, I heard the boat ramps up there have been just packed, and they're catching a ton of fish. And there's so many boats up there that a lot of the guys are taking minnows with them, and they're drifting minnows, and you can catch a limit easy on using minnows. Then you got the shad bite. So the shad bite is just starting. There's a lot of little males in the system, but it's not any problem of going out, catching a bunch of them. And one of the hottest things is that 1-inch chartreuse grub. And I usually drop shot it, so meaning I put my weight on the bottom, go up about a foot, 6-inch leader to a grub, go up another 2 feet, put another grub on there. And usually I'll put chartreuse and pink, and then whatever one I find that they're biting, I'll use that grub the most. And that bite's been good, and it's probably got another month ahead of us. So stay in the Sacramento for the shad. I would go to the mouth of the American or the Verona at the mouth of the Feather. Those are the hottest place. Then we got our mother lode lakes. The bass are on beds, so you could go up there and catch them. The trout fishing's been on fire. I just did a video, I released it today. It actually, on Monday. I released it on Monday, and we were up there at the Mother Lode Lakes. I'm showing you how to top line them, and also using downriggers, and how fast to go, how far to set back. I'm doing a couple videos, and you'll see the one giving the more detail about downriggers and set back and everything on the second one. But the first one I did, I had trout up to about 7 pounds, and we caught quite a few. And we found out one of my downfalls is I don't know how to net. You'll see, my producer put it in the video that I can't net for heck. I knocked off 4 fish in one day, so that's not, real good. I don't get enough practice. So my hot tip of the week is we were out here and we were down in the Delta, and it was blowing, it was cold. So we decided to go bass fishing. So what I did was, anytime you have wind, a spinnerbait is probably one of my go-to baits. And how do you know? Because when you look at spinnerbaits, there's every color under the spectrum, right? So I usually look at water clarity. So today the water was a little dingy, so I went to a chartreuse and white. And then what kind of blades do you get on a spinnerbait? They make willow leaves and they make Colorado. So the Colorado are for dirty water because they thump and vibrate, and the willow leaves are for shine and flash. So today I chose a gold blade on the Colorado and put fish in the boat. We actually caught a couple big ones. So guys, watch next week, because this trout fishing, I'm going into a lot of detail when I'm using downriggers. I'm going to show you how to stack the right way, how to do your setbacks. I'm going to show everything about using the downrigger the right way and catch fish. So don't miss next week. But fishing overall has been really good. So I hope you enjoy this report. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment, because when you leave a comment for me, I figure out, hey, you know, I need to talk this more, or if you ask me questions, then I know which way to direct my lessons when I give them. And then look on the description, and it shows you all the tackle I'm using, and list of rods, reels, any modifications I do. So I hope you enjoyed this report. Thank you guys for watching my channel, and I appreciate everything, and I'll see you next week.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.